How's it going, Patreon supporters? Welcome to a brand new episode of Art Appreciation, a new Patreon exclusive series. You guys have been asking for it, so we're getting back to it. It's gonna happen. Today on Art Appreciation, who are we looking at? Christina Harden comments and asks for Gustav Klimt. I gotta be honest, my dad used to have pictures made by Gustav Klimt in his basement, and I must have looked at this picture every day of my life for probably the first 16 or 17 years of my existence. So I'm familiar with the work. But who was the man? Let's find out. Gustav Klimt was Austrian symbolist. Klimt was very inspired by Japanese art, which makes him a weeb. No offense, Goose. A lot of people got mad that his paintings were pornographic. Yeah, I would call this pretty pornographic. That's what I like in the background of my porn. It's fucking vile. I probably would have banned that painting too anyhow, huh? Fucking terrifying. And he died because of the worldwide influenza thing. That big giant span of the Spanish flu. That's where Edward Cullen... Wasn't Edward... I shouldn't know that. Let's make this a little bit easier to read, shall we? He never... painted a self-portrait. I like this. Here, listen to this. There's nothing special about me. I am a painter who paints day after day from morning to night. Whoever wants to know something about me ought to look carefully at my pictures. Well, why don't we look at some of your pictures, Gustav? I found this website called Gustav Klimt with the complete works, so we can just page through them here. First up, The Kiss. This is a classic Klimt. It's a beautiful painting despite this man's neck. Great job, Gustav. I like that one. Next up, we got Portrait of Amelie Zuckerberg. It's unfinished. I don't want to see it. This one's called The Park. Do you think he painted from the bottom upwards, and then when he got here, he started making the trees, and he was like, it's a park. What are you going to do? It's a park. Every park I've ever gone to is looking like that. You've never been to one of these parks, huh? You're missing out. So this is where people talk about pornography. But really what do people mean when they say pornography? They mean lady boobs. This one's called Medicine. Now this one, we might have seen it in a video at one point when I was still living in my dad's basement. This was up on the wall. He also had one, I wonder what this one was. The other picture that he had up on the wall was, we had this one here, and then we had this one, and this one scared the living shit out of my ass. Absolutely stayed up all night with nightmares because of this one. Jesus Christ, that woman. It's just the way that when he draws trees, it's just like maybe he was short and he couldn't see that trees had tops. Because every time he draws a tree, it just goes all the way up to the top of the fucking thing. There would be no way to overstate how incredible this picture is. Good God, Gustav, you're a genius. This is going in the style inspo. Melting Woman, Schubert playing piano, who gives a shit? I wonder how much it would be to order a lady with cape reproduction. Holy dumb F. How do people afford art? You know how much this painting cost me? You know how much? It was $6 with the frame. Lady with fan. He didn't draw men that much. He mostly drew ladies. Well, let's scroll. Let's see if he drew any men. Hashtag where are the men? He drew more trees than he drew men, and he was a man. Oh, there we go. There's a man. All right, he drew a man. Oh no, here's another man. Okay, so there's a lot of them. The way that he draws bodies, it looks like when you take your laundry out of the dryer and you throw it on the floor to put it away. He's a visionary. Maybe he accidentally put his baby in the dryer with all his clothes. Probably clean. So how did he do this without Photoshop? That's what I want to know. He's unbelievable. Unbelievable. People now being like, I used Photoshop to make layers. If you're one of those people who draws furry porn, here's what you should do. Take a break, learn how to do this, then go back to drawing furry porn. Your furry porn's going to be fucking sweet after that. People are going to call you the Gustav Klimt of furry porn. If you don't know what furry porn is, don't Google it. I'm sorry I called you a weeb. You are a genius, and I got nothing else to say about that. Thank you for supporting me on Patreon.